Is that French?
Yes.
Man, you are progressing rapidly.
I know, look at this. I'm gonna keep going, and before you know it, I'll be fluent.
7 years will just like
Go
that.
by like that.
Isn't that the goal, 7 years?
Well, I mean, or before then. The goal is by then.
But am I correct?
Yes.
You said you want to learn French in
Yes.
7 years. I don't know what you
Well,
just said.
no, I said I want to be fluent.
Fluent. Sorry,
Okay, bienvenue. Anyone who is watching from New Hampshire, or even like Massachusetts, or anyone who's ever driven into New Hampshire, has probably seen that word.
I have seen that.
You've seen it.
I have.
It's
Now
on
you
the
say
sign as you drive into New Hampshire. Bienvenue, New Hampshire. Welcome. Welcome to New Hampshire. So, bienvenue, c'est le jour. Welcome to This Is the Day.
Okay. All right.
It just came out.
I am not fluent in French, nor
No.
do I have a goal to
No.
be fluent in French.
It's okay.
However, I do support yours. And yeah, a couple of phrases a day I'm
That's
down
right.
with.
I'm gonna keep using them.
Beyond that, I'll be lost.
Yeah. I'll just keep practicing. Someone out there is gonna know.
I'll give you my bewildered look.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up building up an audience in France.
Probably.
Or Montreal, or Quebec.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's not working here, so who knows?
We're gonna go international.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm in a very self-deprecating mood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a heads
All right.
up.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
More than usual.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. It just means
Right.
I'm in the mood for it.
Right.
Sometimes when I'm in the mood for it, then I make sure I don't.
Right.
So, I don't know how that'll
Okay. Well,
proceed. But welcome to This Is the Day.
yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So, so glad you would join us. We have some good stuff to share with you.
I agree.
Most of all,
Yep.
God's love.
That is true. That's the best thing to share.
I know. Love sharing God's love and an hour of time together. So
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. Love it if you'd share the show.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, maybe you know somebody who, speaks some French, and
That's right.
you can be like, check this out.
Just some French words in there.
We're parlez-vous in some Français.
Good job. Not really, though, but yeah. Good try.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Okay. All right. You know what? We've been asking for some to-doings.
Yeah,
Like to
we
share
have.
those right up top. That way the people who shared their to-doings, they can see them on This Is the Day and then go ahead and turn it off and move on. Get it right out of
You
the
may
way.
not want to today, though, because
Right
there's
up
some
front.
good stuff coming up.
I know there is. We got.
There's some stuff I'm pretty excited about.
I know. We've got all kinds
So.
of. Got the Wednesday Wonder, and I was looking
Yep.
ahead. We got some good
Yeah,
stuff.
there is. And plus, you can always come back.
Yeah.
You
that's
know, pause, watch a bit, come back, return, whatever you want.
Watch on
whatever
demand.
works. Yeah.
all kinds of things.
I
you can
love
do.
the watch on demand. I use that a lot, actually.
Yeah, me too. But mostly because
Yeah.
I'm sitting here every day, and it'd be really hard to watch
Yes,
it live.
it would be. You could figure out a way to do it, but I feel like it would be a little trippy.
I think there's a slight delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It would be like seeing yourself in the past.
I might be down on that.
Yeah. I kind of want to try that
I
now.
could say something and then be like, oh, I got to fix that before. No, it didn't work. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we've been asking for some to-doing. So what you've been up to? We know that things may not be going the way you planned or the way you dreamed they might be, but
Sure.
you're pivoting and doing some to-doings. And you can send those to thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com. We love your pictures and videos, whatever you got going on. And they don't, here's the deal. Sometimes on This Is the Day, we show some just things maybe you hadn't thought of before.
Right.
You know,
Really
so-
creative stuff. Or
Or normal, activities that are just,
Yeah.
we can share these things. And then sometimes we just live vicariously through people.
This is also true.
This is true. And,
Yeah.
and I think both are good things to share. I'm not going to call the member of the This Is the Day fam that, shared his to-doings with us
Okay.
a show off. I'm not gonna cross that line.
Okay. All right.
And call John Glennon a show off. But his to-doings they're pretty big time.
I'm not surprised knowing John.
Yeah. And this is my own personal issue. Is I think his heart's probably in the right place.
Yes.
With the to-doings that he shows.
I
But
think so.
I can't. My own insecurities. I wind up comparing.
Right.
And then I feel woefully insufficient.
But you can live vicariously through John,
I'm trying.
at least.
I'm trying.
There's that.
I'm trying. So I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
John Glennon shared some to-doings. They went, they had a little trip.
All right.
Hilton Head, I believe.
Who's they?
He and his lovely wife went to Hilton
Wonderful.
Head. So here is
Hilton
John.
Head.
He caught another
Whoa,
fish.
now. Yeah.
You notice the fish are getting bigger?
I can see what you mean. They are. The scenery is getting more lovely, more scenic with every shot.
Yeah, we started with the first fish he caught was a little tiny baby fish.
Yeah.
Now we can't even see his face.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's hidden.
Which, John, I'm not going to lie, I do appreciate that. Just kidding. Sorry, bud. All right. So, quite a fit. All right, look at that view. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that makes me want to be there.
I know. I actually love the beach on a cloudy day. I really do. I really do. Love it.
That sand looks incredibly soft.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
That's lovely.
Those are probably all John's boats.
All of them, yeah. For all the
he's got a
fishing
fleet.
Tournaments he's won.
Exactly.
I know.
Chooses a different one each day.
I like a good pier. How do you feel about a pier?
They're nice to hang out on.
I like that we are peering into a pier.
Peering at the pier.
Peering at the pier.
Yes.
Yeah, it would appear that would be.
Whoa, now. Wow. He's got a plane too.
He does. Not any plane. He's got a fighter jet.
Wow.
How do you think he gets to all these places?
Okay, that's true. That's a good point.
He does not fly commercial.
Yep. He's probably got multiple fleets, and he flies from fleet to fleet.
Not only does he not fly commercial, he flies private. He flies private fighter jet.
Private fighter pilot.
It's
flying in his jet.
It's this whole thing, and John.
I see what you know about the comparison now.
John, we get it, okay? We get it. And we applaud it.
That's amazing.
You, sir, are blessed and highly favored.
Well, he really is. Those are some intense to-doings.
I love those to-doings.
Yeah.
So we would love to see your to-doings. Now, here's what I would propose to you, okay? You may be thinking to yourself, I can't compete with John Glennon.
Right, not many can.
None. I don't know that there is. Maybe, if there is someone, fine. But look, facts, you can't. Don't do it. I want you to go polar opposite of John Glennon.
Okay.
Let's get the flip side of this whole equation.
Yeah, like maybe share the deck that you have in your backyard instead of a pier.
Right. Yes.
If you have a deck, show it off.
You got a kayak?
That's right.
Instead of a fleet of ships?
Share your kayak.
I want to see your kayak. Make a paper airplane?
Yep.
Let's do that.
Maybe all you have at your house is not this huge fish that you caught, but some goldfish in a carton. You know what? Show us the goldfish.
Or maybe in a box in your basement.
Yeah.
You have that singing bass from the 90s.
Yes. Someone still has that.
You've got that.
Yeah.
I want you to fish that out and let's see that bad boy.
I really do want to see that now.
I do too. Somebody's got it.
Yeah.
Those are the to-doings we want to see.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. This is what we want.
Okay.
Send it right in.
Absolutely. All right. So speaking of to-doings, I know that you, Johanna Beachy.
Right. Me, Johanna Beachy. I, Johanna Beachy.
With your to-doings.
Yep.
How about you be fluent in English before French?
Yeah. I need to get my English down. Me, I, Johanna.
Me, Beachy. What'd you do last night?
Okay, yesterday, I drove to Greenland, New Hampshire yesterday, which I don't know that I've ever been to before. Both of my parents watch the show, so they'll fact check me. They usually do. They'll chime in if I have actually been to Greenland, even if I was like 6 months old and I don't remember.
Like the time you'd never been to Kentucky, but there's a picture of you.
Yes, that's true. That's
with
true.
Your foot
that was a very valid fact check.
on the track at Churchill Downs?
Yeah, that was how could I forget that? Yeah.
The most famous place in Kentucky?
Yeah, pretty much.
Trip of your life when you were horse crazy?
It was a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proceed. Greenland,
yeah, I
New
don't know
Hampshire.
if Greenland compares to Churchill Downs. I don't remember if I've ever been there. I may have been, but I drove out there to have coffee with someone from another church, which was kind of fun. We were connecting and just visiting and sharing life.
Can I ask who?
So that was cool. Her name's Danielle. She works at Next Level Church.
Yes. What does she do there?
She's on their central team, so she oversees like all the kids' stuff for all their different locations.
It's a similar role to you.
Yeah. Similar role to me.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that was kind of fun. Danielle and I met up. We haven't like seen each other in person for a while, like this whole year and stuff. So we met, sat far apart, connected, had some coffee together, talked about life. It was great. Yeah.
I love that.
I know. Me too. It was fun to connect.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, so it's like about a 45-minute drive or so to Greenland, I passed a little thrift store.
Oh.
You know me and thrift stores. So it was called Second Generation Thrift Store. And I'm like, let me just stop and see. Let me just peek in. It was this teeny tiny little like cabin-looking building. So I stopped in, and it was all children's clothing. So I didn't get anything for me, but I have a nephew.
Yeah, you do.
I have a problem with getting baby clothing, children's clothing. I get him way more than he probably needs because they're so stinking cute. I brought them to show you.
Oh, what do you have? Oh, we have examples.
I have examples.
All right, his name is...
Look at that. Peter. His name is Peter. And this little shirt,
What's
it has
rockets
on it.
That's so cute.
And then this, I found this.
He's gonna rock it.
He's gonna rock it. That was good.
Let's go.
I like it.
Let's keep this rolling here.
Okay, this one was just adorable. A little tiny sweatshirt. He's also a peanut. He's over a month, but he's still wearing like little guy clothing.
Yeah,
he's over a year old, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a little one, but look how cute that is. Okay, and then this one.
I want the sweatshirt's a little snug. That's more the
This one
look right
is like
now.
my favorite that I found.
Well, it's what you guys could be matchers.
I know.
Is that a onesie?
It's a little flannel onesie.
I'm looking for the adult male onesies.
Yeah.
Keep that shirt
I hear
tucked
ya.
in, nice and.
Doesn't go anywhere. Keeps you warm. Sure is a good point. I don't even know if Allie, his mom, actually uses all the clothing that I get him, but I love getting him clothing. So I found some adorable little finds for Peter boy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Those were my to-do-ins.
That's fantastic.
It was a good evening.
I enjoyed that
Yeah,
very much.
a good time. Bo,
Yes, ma'am.
as much as we all enjoyed the baby clothing, we also would love to know, what did you do last
I
night?
couldn't wait for you to ask me that.
Okay.
Yeah, so excited to let you know. I don't want to talk about it.
Well,
I don't.
I could talk about my tea instead.
What do you have?
Peppermint tea.
Peppermint.
From Twinings of London.
Favorite tea?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite tea. It's just like the mood, whatever mood I'm in.
That bothers me.
Anyway.
I'm an Earl Grey.
Earl Grey's good. I'm more PG tips if I'm going black tea.
I don't know what that is.
It's English tea. PG tips.
Okay.
You see, now we're going to get an English audience.
Oh, boy.
The PG tips tea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk about that. What I do want to talk about, though, is the verse of the day.
Verse of the day.
YouVersion Bible app gives us a verse of the day. We encourage you to download the app, check out the verse of the day. You can just read the verse and chew on that, pray through it.
Yeah.
You can also then read it in its context right there, read the whole chapter that it's in. Today, if you read the whole chapter, you'd actually read the whole book.
The entire book.
Because it's from 2 John, which is only one
Great.
chapter.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. And we encourage you to download that, read it, think about it, meditate on it, share it with somebody, and that's what we do on the show.
Yeah.
So here we go. YouVersion Bible app verse of the day.
Okay.
Says 2 John 1:6, and this is love, that we walk in obedience to his commands. As you have heard from the beginning, his command is that you walk in love. All right, I'm going to read it again. And this is love, that we walk in obedience to his commands. As you have heard from the beginning, his command is that you walk in love. All right, Johanna, what jumps out at you there?
You know what's jumping out to me there?
I have an idea. I'll see if I'm right. Go ahead.
Okay. I almost want you to say it first and see if you're right.
Well,
Okay, no, okay. What's jumping out to me is walk.
Walk, I knew it. Oh, I would have.
Yeah.
You could have put me on the spot.
It's the walk.
I knew it. I know you.
Walk in his commands, walk in his love, walk in it. The action in that is like what jumps out to me so much. Like that love is not this like passive thing or even like just an emotion that you feel while you're sitting or like not. It's like it's a force. It's active and you walk in it and move. That's what jumped out to me in that verse. Yeah. I love that. And it says it like a few times. Walk in love, walk in his commandments.
Walk it out.
Yeah.
You gotta walk it out.
Yeah.
Or you gotta walk it out.
Also, it's not like wandering. Like just go walk and it's like very, the way it talks about it is like, you know his commandment in the path, like walk in it. It's very intentional. Like he's laid out what it is for you to walk in.
Walk it out?
Yeah, walk.
I love that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
You're right.
That wasn't even what I was chewing on.
Yeah.
It's just when I was reading the verse right then, I was like, let's go.
Yep.
She's going to say walk.
Yeah, it's walk.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And when you were saying that, I was thinking about like walk it out. That's probably my favorite dance move.
Okay.
Okay, so
The walk it out?
what I mean by that is like you ever been in one of these situations where the circle forms?
I try really hard to not be in those situations, but yes,
Yeah,
I
okay,
have.
so
Sometimes they're unavoidable.
The circle forms.
Yep.
Okay, circle
Yeah.
forms. And you're there and you're like, is it should I? Oh,
Right. Yeah.
Don't really want to. Okay, now they're saying my name. Let's go. Bo, 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 bo. Now I gotta go. Now I'm in there and and you gotta know the moment.
Right. It's
to
true.
walk it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see. Yes, the walk it out dance
Okay,
move.
so if I'm in there too long, I mean, I gotta give them like there's
Yes.
like this little window. It's like the
Yeah.
10 to 30-second window.
I know exactly what you mean.
You leave them wanting
Yes.
more. Walk it out. And then it's like because that's my favorite dance move. When you to walk and dance.
All right, I like that dance move too.
I like to walk and dance.
Yep.
We were at had the fam at one of the Disney places, Land or World. I don't know which one.
Haven't been to either.
Probably Land because I prefer it. Because I don't like Florida.
Oh,
You
is
don't
that? Wait, World is in Florida.
Yeah, World's in
Land
Florida.
is in California.
Yeah, if you
Always
want to
get
go
them
hang out
mixed up.
in an armpit,
Okay.
go to World.
Oh dear.
That's what it feels like.
Which one has Harry Potter World?
I don't know.
Because I do want to go there.
Is that even there? That's like, I don't think that's Disney.
Tucker Lindquist has told me so much about Harry Potter World. It's like on my list now as somewhere that I need to go. Sorry, we're getting off track now, but.
No, it's fine. No,
That's what I
I'm
thought
getting to
of.
my point. That's fine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it was Land.
Land.
Okay.
In California, smaller, whatever. But it was a crowded day, and it was a little warm for that part of California, but not sweltering.
Okay.
So that was okay. And there was this kid about 4 years old.
Great age for
Oh, it was
Disney.
fantastic. So he's at Disney, and there's lines everywhere, just people everywhere, and it's kind of about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So most people had been there all day, and you're just kind of dragging.
Can see the look on the parents' faces.
Yeah, and I had that look.
Yeah.
And this kid was in front of me, and he just, all of a sudden, he stops
Okay.
and busts a move.
Wow.
Like, no music, just like some groove caught this kid, and he busted a move, and he spun in a circle, and then he walked it out.
Nice.
And I've never forgotten it.
Yeah.
I looked at Summer,
Sometimes it's got to come out.
I'm like, that's how I want to live like that. Like that kid right there. That's how I want to live. Like it was like this kind of mundane moment where nothing was really happening. Everybody was miserable. And right there in the center of it all, this kid just busted a move and walked it out.
Dancing it out.
See, that's what I think love's like.
Yeah.
I mean, you may be sitting around going, well, there's not a lot of love in the world, and there's a lot of anger, and there's a lot of division, and there's, a lot of mean-spiritedness. And,
Right.
yeah, get in there, love it up, and walk it out.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's your turn. They're chanting your name.
Yeah.
The circle's formed.
I like that. You can be like that 4-year-old kid
I know.
who just changed the entire atmosphere of the place
Sometimes
with
you
his
just gotta
dance
bust a
move.
move,
Yeah.
Bust a move, walk it out. And then I was thinking about Jesus when he said,
Yeah.
"A new command I give you:
Yeah.
love one another as I've loved you. So you must love one another." And the must being a compulsion. Like if you really if you have God's love and you've received it, then we're compelled to share His love.
Yes.
I mean, it's hard to contain it and keep it in. There's a compulsion to do that. We must.
Yeah.
And this is obedience to His commands.
Yeah.
So, and this command, a new command, the command of love was not new. So, I mean, that's Old Testament. When Jesus was asked, what is the greatest commandment? He was quoting like Deuteronomy.
Right.
Love the Lord your
Yes.
God, love your neighbor as yourself. This is the first and greatest command. All the law and the prophets, everything in the Old Testament, those 39 books of the Old Testament, they all hang
Right.
on the command of love. Love God, love people, and the two are one.
Yeah.
And they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So it's impossible, just so you know, in case you're curious, it's impossible to love God and hate people.
Yeah.
It does not
That
work.
is true.
It just doesn't. Okay. So if you love God, you'll love people. And if you love God and love people, you'll walk it out. You'll walk in His commands and His love. Yeah. So that's what he was saying. Love one another as I have loved you. So God is love. Jesus is God. So Jesus is love personified.
Yes.
God in flesh. We have seen love. We've seen the glory of the one and only who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. John 1:14. So he has come. He's made his dwelling among us, and we've seen. And now we get to love like he loved.
I was thinking of something when you were just talking, that you said something, and I was like, that's so true. It's actually harder, like if you've received his love, it's harder to try to keep that to yourself than it is to just share it.
It's exhausting.
And I think that's just cool to think about, like what you were saying, because sometimes we have this idea that like sharing his love is like going to be really scary and hard, and like it might, but honestly, it's a lot. It's much harder work to try to like keep that to yourself and not share his love with people. It's meant to be like, I don't know. I thought like I'm like that's just a cool. It's true. Like, and a cool way of thinking about it. Like when you've met Jesus and you've seen love in person. Just let it go.
Think how much energy it takes to hold a grudge.
Yeah.
You gotta hold it.
Yeah.
And you gotta hold it tight. And you got the Holy Spirit going, no, let that go.
Yeah.
Now not only are you holding a grudge, now you're fighting the Holy Spirit.
Right.
It's exhausting.
That's
Duplicitous living is the number one reason Christians are so grouchy. Just surrender, walk in obedience to his commands, and love like he loved.
Yeah.
Which would be sacrificial.
Yep.
It would be giving. It would be generous.
Yep.
It would be kind.
Yeah.
And compassionate and graceful and full of mercy with a lot of joy.
I want to be like that.
Peace.
Yeah.
And some patience, like a whole bunch of it, some self-control. It's a blast.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Bust a move, walk it out. Let's go.
Verse of the day. That's worth sharing.
Absolutely. That was worth getting up this morning.
Yes.
All right. This is kind of cool. I didn't want to talk about what I did last night, but I did discover something this weekend. I was really excited last week because I was sharing, and we're going to find a place for it this year. Okay. I wrote this song 2004 for Christmas, part of a Christmas album we made. There were 3 years in a row where I wrote a new Christmas song, but this one was called Elves Are People Too. Very timely, and we'll find a place to share. But it was on CD, and I didn't have a digital copy, so I had my parents find the CD, send it to me, whatever. So I'm planning on using it at some point this year. Pretty excited about this.
I think we're all going to be looking forward to that now.
Yeah, Elves Are People Too. It's fantastic. So look out. It's coming your way. And, I was playing it for the kids and stuff, Ace and Ends. I'm like, it's pretty good. And they're like, yeah, no, that actually is.
Did Ace, he writes songs too.
That's where I'm going with this.
Did he have any critique? Okay.
No critique. Okay. But this is what happened with the boy. He comes in this weekend, and I was sharing the song with some people here, on the This Is the Day crew, and just brainstorming how we might be able to use it, maybe do a video or something. And I was feeling pretty good about, my music career and where it's going.
Okay.
And the boy comes in, he goes, Dad. And I'm like, what's up, bud? He goes, I made $3.50 on my music last month.
Wow.
I'm like, what? He goes, my song's on TikTok.
What?
Well, this is the funny part. I go, I have to ask, which song? And it's this song he did a couple of years ago called Minecraft Rap. Okay. Now, the best part of all is that this kid figures out how to get it all on iTunes.
Sure.
And he's getting paid for music. Okay.
Go Ace.
It was used last month in almost 500 TikToks. And one of the TikToks it was used in had over 100,000 views.
Whoa.
So
that's cool.
So that got him $3.50, I believe.
For 100,000 views? Okay. All right.
True story.
Hey,
I looked at him.
Money.
I looked at him and I go, dude, you made more money on music last month than I made on books. And that's true.
Nice. Way to go, Ace.
I'm like, put it away for college.
Yes, that's right. Save it up.
The whole side hustle book income is dried up.
Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
Sorry, I just thought that was.
Yep.
Been waiting for.
Maybe he'll do something Like with maybe you guys can collaborate and do like an updated edition. I mean, we still need to see the original of Elves Are People too.
Well, the original is really solid, but yeah, I've been trying to collab.
Yeah.
Yeah, with him or Inslee. Neither one of them.
No.
And
Not
Liza,
there yet?
yeah, when she was in high school, I wanted her to do like a daily riding in the car with Zazzles.
Okay.
Because we had the best car conversations.
Yeah.
Like they would usually start with some form of this. She would say something, and I would go, Liza, your body's going through a lot of changes. And she would scream, no! And then we'd end up having some kind of really cool conversation.
Some of the best conversations happen in cars.
I know, I just wanted to put just record that and do like a, I don't know, a
car
vlog or something. I don't know.
She wasn't in for it?
No, she wouldn't do it. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
So she said no. Inslee, I've tried to write songs with her. She's not,
Yeah. I think Inslee was the first, and this is going back a couple years, when it was very brand new, the first person to ever show me TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was called Musical.ly at the time,
Oh, absolutely, yeah, it was. Yeah. She was big.
Which I think was the same thing, right? Didn't Musical.ly
it became TikTok,
they weren't,
She was big in the Musical.lys when that first hit.
Yeah, she was. She did a lot of them. I remember that.
Yeah. For the fast day, she fasted from TikTok. That was what.
Good for her. That's a great thing to fast from.
That's what she fasted.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So anyway, I don't know. Just been needed to kind of process.
Sure. Well, now we're all looking forward to that song. So.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to hype it too much, but it's good. And then in my closet, there's a calendar, and I go in and tear a page off a day. And today's a word. But it's a word I knew that
cool. Okay. I like words.
I assumed it was well known. I don't know if you know this this word or not.
All right.
I think it's a fun word.
Okay.
The word is canoodle. Canoodle.
Yes.
Say it with me.
Canoodle.
I said with me.
Sorry, it's such a fun word to say.
That's fine. You can say it without me, but I would like for you to say it with me.
Canoodle.
Canoodle. Okay. And it's a verb. All right. And it means to engage in amorous embracing, caressing, and kissing.
I always think of this word as being like what they used to describe kissing in the 1950s. It seems like a 1950s word to me.
Like in the movie?
Yeah.
See, this is the scene where you're going to canoodle.
Yeah, exactly, see? It just is like, it fits in the 50s. I don't know if that's when it was like popular and in use.
You two are going to sit on a park bench and canoodle. Action.
Exactly.
Commence canoodling. I don't know why a 1950s movie director sounds like that.
It sounded like one to me.
Take
or like
two
a radio.
on the canoodle.
Yeah, I don't know the origins of that word, but that's what it makes me think of.
I don't have the origins. How do you feel about it when you get a definition of a word and maybe you need to look up another word that's in the definition?
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Well, I know what amorous means, but maybe not everybody does.
No.
Amorous,
I need to look
it's
it
like
up.
Romantic love, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like related to the word amour, which is the French word for love. So there you go. The Romance languages.
I think maybe it's a compound word.
Yeah.
Canoodle.
Okay.
I don't know. Canoodle.
I always picture a canoe. Like maybe they're in the 1950s in a canoe and they're canoodling in the canoe.
By the light of the silvery
there needs to be like
moon, not the river but the moon.
That's the right placement for it.
I was born in the wrong decade.
Oh, I always feel like that.
Okay.
That was a good one. You might have learned a new word today.
Canoodle.
Canoodle.
Okay. So thanks, calendar page, for that.
I like it when it's educational.
I know. I think the closet calendar knows.
Okay.
It's like it's Wednesday.
Yes.
Don't want to let Johanna down.
Right now.
No, it's a scary thing. Yeah. Appreciate that.
They're having occasions, but honestly, I think they're doing a good job. Good job, closet calendar.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, we're very excited about this. In the kitchen, on the fridge, we have another calendar. Update, microwave's working fine.
Excellent.
Yeah, the whole, like, it put it in, and, you know, the thing that went over, like, didn't work with this particular microwave, so it's in the cavity, and it's in there.
Okay.
But I think it's okay. I think if I touch up the wood a little bit, I think we're okay.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's in.
That's good to know.
Functioning. I still use it very rarely, so got that going for me.
Same.
Okay, but we have a fridge.
Yes.
And on that fridge is a calendar that gives us a national day to celebrate. And I am particularly excited about this because today is National Count Your Buttons Day.
Say what now?
National Count Your Buttons Day.
Wow, okay.
So like,
look at, I didn't,
right now,
okay,
how many buttons do you going to count your buttons?
I have 1, 2. Wait, these are snaps. Do they count as buttons?
That's not a button. A button goes through a buttonhole.
No, these, I don't even have,
snap.
nope. I don't have buttons on this.
Okay, what about on your pants?
I have 1
You have one button.
I can count 1 button.
One button.
Man, I was all excited.
I have 0 buttons on my clothing, but I have here a container of buttons.
Yep.
Okay, and these buttons have all been counted.
Oh gosh.
Every button in here, all the buttons matter, and they're all different shapes and sizes, which is just fun to look at. So I'm gonna hold it up, and we're doing a little contest on This Is the Day. We love the contest, all right? So you guys are gonna make a guess. We want you to guess how many buttons are in the jar. The closest to the number, and you can go over. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You can go over. Whoever's closest to the number of buttons in the jar will win. I'll show them the mug. A signed This Is the Day mug signed by all the This Is the Day hosts.
This is one of a kind.
Yeah, one of a kind.
Truly one of a kind.
Yeah.
I mean, having a This Is the Day mug is one thing, but this is the only one with all the signatures that I know of anyway.
We want you to make a guess on how many buttons are in the jar. If there is a tie, okay, we will go with the person who was under the number first. If there's a tie after that, we'll award more than 1 mug.
Okay. This is exciting.
Currently, it's one of a kind, but we can get some more signatures.
We can make some more. Yeah.
So, make a guess.
Okay.
Producer Eric Vines, are we announcing the winner today? At the end of today's show.
Okay. I feel like I want to try to give them some like hints or tips or something, like count how many I can see on the very bottom of the jar, but no, that would be giving too much away, wouldn't it?
Count your buttons.
Count your buttons day.
Yeah, count your buttons.
Start counting. Make your guess.
Count your buttons. There's a well, I can't. Whenever I think about counting your buttons, there's a kid's book, and it had this like groovy cat in it, and the groovy cat would count his buttons. And when he would count his buttons, he would sing a song.
Okay.
This cat would. And I would read it to Inslee, but I don't know if you ever read a kid's book and it has a song, but you don't know how the song is?
Oh, that happens to me all the time, yeah.
So do you just make one up?
Yep.
Because I make one up.
Yep.
So the way that this song went, would go, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons.
Nice.
And then the next one would be, my buttons, my 3 groovy buttons.
That's the perfect song for today.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I've never had a use for it, but I've never forgotten it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like our favorite
cat
book.
counting the buttons.
Yeah. Count his groovy buttons. Groovy
was he wearing a jacket or something?
I don't remember what he had on. May have been a cardigan.
A cardigan, probably. Cat in a cardigan.
Cat in a cardigan, like you do. Okay.
So wherever you are, celebrate today by counting your buttons.
I can tell you there's more than 10.
Yes.
And less than 10,000.
Narrowed it down. Yeah.
For shizzle. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
What a cool day.
Yeah. Speaking of cool days.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
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 So you know on Monday we get some motivation.
Yes. Lots of motivation.
Just get you going.
Mm-hmm. Charge you up for the week.
Tuesday there's some tips.
Mm-hmm. Useful tips.
That's right. And on Wednesday, it's Wednesday Wonder.
Wednesday Wonder.
All right.
Yes.
Johanna Beachy.
Yes.
I know you have something wonderful for us.
I do have something wonderful.
Bring the noise.
I have something wonderful from NASA.
NASA.
Which I'm very excited to share with you all. So I am showing for Wednesday Wonder today, NASA has developed brand new spacesuits. Now some context for this, in case you didn't know, NASA is planning a mission to the moon, which will be the first one in like 50 years. So it's scheduled for 2024. And since it's been so long, they're like, this is the perfect time to redesign some spacesuits. So we have a picture. This is the brand new redesigned spacesuit that NASA is creating for going to the moon. It's called the Artemis suits because their mission's called Artemis III, the one that's scheduled to go to the moon. And apparently, so there's another picture too that shows like more of the suit. Apparently they have redesigned it to have like way better movement of the arms, and then also you can pick things up much easier. So they collect a lot of stuff when they're on these missions. So apparently they've redesigned like the gloves and stuff. And we have a shot of when they were doing underwater testing. That is the suit there on the right. So they're just testing it all underwater to see how it holds up. Apparently, each one of these suits costs, get ready for it, $12 million. The Artemis spacesuits. And that's about what I know about them. They've been redesigned to be able to pick up things better. They have better arm movement, and they are going to be on the mission to the moon, scheduled for 2024. The Artemis III mission.
Okay.
There you go.
Going to the moon.
Going to the moon. With $12 million spacesuits.
Sure, like, well, yeah, I mean.
Of course, I mean, they have crazy, amazing technology in those things.
You know who has an advanced copy of that suit?
Who does?
John Glennon.
Yeah, I think he's going with them. Yeah.
So wait,
as like an advisor.
Quick question. So you showed the suit. I was really digging on the red, white, and blue. What was the orange?
I have no idea.
That's not the suit.
No, that's not the suit that I am aware of. I think it was just a guy who was getting high-fived.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like if you had an option, you want red, white, and blue, or you want orange. I would question, somebody picking the orange. Yeah,
unless they're like trying to really be visible on the moon or something. The orange, no, I don't know. I don't know what the orange suit is. It's not the new spacesuits, though.
Okay, red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
Let's go.
Yep, those are the new Artemis III spacesuits.
I love the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I think they look pretty slick. I think they look cool.
I do the red, white, and blue as much as often as I can.
Okay. Yeah.
Like my golf bags, red, white, and blue.
Yeah, very patriotic.
I like it. My golf shoes are red,
white, and blue. It's a good color combination. Yeah. There's a lot of flags around the world that use that color combination. Yeah.
Facts.
Facts.
Okay.
There we go. Artemis III spacesuits.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know who the last person was to go to the moon? Gene Cernan. They did a documentary on his life as the last person to stand on the moon.
Gene Cernan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw out a little trivia fact for you there.
Nice. All right.
There's the Wonder for Wednesday.
Right. And for everybody who was wondering, where do my tax dollars go?
Now you have an idea where some of it went, where a lot of it went.
Yeah, we already knew.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. I'd gladly pay my taxes.
Hey, I would pay to go to the moon.
I wouldn't. But I gladly pay my taxes.
Yes.
And I'm happy if we're sending people for some reason, and I'm down. I'm not in opposition to it. That is a thing though. Like people really complain about taxes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm okay.
I mean, you got nice roads to drive on and stuff.
Do we?
Well,
there are roads.
I mean, I've been places that don't have roads.
Nice.
So
okay, true. Nice is a relative term.
Actually.
And I've been in places that had roads that were like all paved. It was pretty fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got a union leader.
Union leader.
We're gonna peruse the news.
Very exciting.
Here, Mark Hayward is back.
Back on the
cover.
front.
Yeah, I'm not sure he ever really leaves.
He just tries to give other people a chance to experience it, being on the front page.
Yeah, he shares it. You know, voice of the people. It's great whenever I often know that he's written an article just on the subject matter before I even look. Yeah.
You can recognize his style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
You know what? You kind of initially were kind of latched onto the Mark Hayward bandwagon.
Yeah.
You know, he did an article on MCC on our church.
Yeah.
And enjoyed getting to talk to him, and so that just kind of became like a shtick. And then he was godfather of Drew's children.
Became
apparently.
very close with Drew's family.
made a video for us.
Yep.
And but I gotta tell you, I really appreciate his voice. I do.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting how that works out. Oh,
it is.
Small prayer.
Yes.
Bottom right corner, front page news.
Yep. Right there on the paper.
Small prayer. It says, Lord, may our facial expressions, our tone of voice, and body language reflect your kindness. Amen.
That is an excellent reminder. Okay, our facial expression, our tone of voice, and our body language reflect God's kindness. Wow. As you were reading that, I was like, what is my facial expression right now? Is it reflecting God's kindness? I feel like that's a really good reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's part of what, on This Is the Day. That's one of the things that we're doing is we're trying to reflect God's kindness to one another. And basically, I don't mean this to be like judgy in any way, but we're very aware that there's not a lot of visible discourse going on in the world that is kind of rooted in kindness and love. A lot of it is.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like just a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So let's watch your faces.
That's a great prayer.
That's been my song for New Hampshire since I moved here. If you're happy and you know it, tell your face.
Yeah.
Smiling's fun. I like to smile.
Smiling is fun. And tone of voice, that's another good one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I know there's been times where like Summer will say something and I'll respond in a very like positive, affirming way. And she'll look at me and I'll go, what? She goes, I can't tell if you're being serious. I'm like, oh no. Okay, I know at that point I have clearly been off relationally for some period of time. I'm like, no, I was being completely serious.
I did mean it.
Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know right now. Small prayer is the best part of the paper. It's Wednesday. We get the flavors.
The food stuff. What do they have for today?
Okay. Great titles.
I usually like their food titles.
They do a great job on a lot of their articles and their titles. So the title is Gourd Just. Gourd Just.
I like it.
Okay, well played. But then they're giving us recipes for pumpkin.
Oh,
which
dear.
I
mean, pumpkin's not the only gourd. There are other ones out there.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to name what they are right now, but they exist.
A pumpkin is a decoration, not a food. Been over this many times, and I have proven it.
Yes. Okay.
Decoration, not a food. Okay.
You proved it how?
I have proved it. I will prove it anecdotally.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever seen somebody who was hungry? Okay. Who may be so hungry that they're begging for food or even rummaging through trash to find food to eat, steal a pumpkin off somebody's porch
I never have.
to eat. No. When somebody steals a pumpkin off somebody's porch, what do they typically do with it?
They smash it.
They smash it!
Smash it in the street. And even then, no one goes out and eats it.
Why are we so angry at the pumpkin? Because it's nasty.
It is a great fall decoration, though.
Pumpkins are for carving and smashing.
Yeah. My sister decorated our house with some little pumpkins for the fall. Yeah.
It's a good story.
That's all I can say about pumpkins. I don't think about them much.
Yeah, me either. I try not to. Although I'm pretty passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of being passionate, there's this other article in here.
Okay.
Family Service.
Right. Ooh, yeah,
and
not an article.
I find it so enlightening and refreshing, and this real wonderful commentary into the family dynamics. All right, so we got a couple of little kids here looking up at Dad, and he's just come in through the door, and she says, "Did you bring us anything, Daddy?" And his answer is, "Of course not. I was just putting out the trash." Okay. I think this is beautifully written, a masterful article in the sense of this. These children look to their father not only as a provider, but a good gift giver.
Right.
And oftentimes Dad does that, and they just don't want to miss out on anything that Dad may have in store for them. So even though he just went out to take out the trash and put the trash out, they're meeting him at the door to say, "Dad, do you have anything for us?"
Right.
And I love that. I think there is a really cool, healthy family dynamic going on here that says, Dad, like, what do you have any? We just don't want to miss out. I don't.
Sure.
I just thought that was super cool and, pretty special.
Yeah. I think what you're saying is spot on and right. I would add to that not only is it fantastic that these little human beings look to their father for generosity and gifts. It's also wonderful, his reply to them is like, I love that, kids, that you think that, but let's be clear about expectations here, because you can't be expecting me to bring you a gift when I come in from bringing out the trash. So I'm like, dad knows how to like train up his kids. Like, I love giving you gifts, but also I'm not taking any from the trash can and bringing them back in for you.
Yeah, but some families are different. Like, the Drew Crisp household. If he's going out to take out the trash.
You might find like a cool rock or something to bring in.
He may cross the street and fish something out of the neighbor's trash.
Yeah. He might find a mug they threw away or something.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you got for us, Dad?
That's accurate.
Yeah.
You never know.
I thought it was pretty special. I'm going to do a little Every Day with Jesus.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. All right, the thought for the day says, the circular logic that drives the expulsion of God from scientific reason will ultimately leave a dizzy and bewildered mass of humanity. Okay? And Psalm 14:1 says, the fool says in his heart, there is no God. Okay, so just to be very crystal clear, not anti-science in any way, shape, or form. Actually, very pro-science.
Yeah.
Very scientific theory, scientific reason, scientific method. Love science, but when you there's a circular logic in like expelling God from some of that. That really like it creates like this kind of like a lot of confusion because you don't have any answers, and there is some circular logic when you have like you make definitive statements like, there is no God.
Sure.
Like, and then you go, well, when you like there is no truth, there are no absolutes.
Right.
Well, you just established one. So, so there has to be at least one absolute. That there are no absolutes, in which case now there is an absolute, so that statement is now false, and you've opened the door up for more absolutes.
Right. I was smiling when you were reading that because I was just reading a true story from someone who went to Oxford. They were having dinner with this really famous, well-known scientist, and there were a bunch of other scientists and like professors and stuff at the table, and they were asking him like how he deals with like people who believe in God when he's like studied science, and he like had studied like black holes and stuff in science. And his response was amazing because he basically said to them like, well, the more I've studied this stuff, the more I've come to like believe in God and in who he is. Like they all were expecting him to just be like, obviously science has disproved the fact that you could possibly believe in God. And his response just kind of like floored them all because he was like, actually, like the more I've looked into this, the more I'm like, I can't like explain away the fact that there is a creator and someone who had design. Anyway, it was just really cool. Like I literally just read that last night. Yeah. It's true. Like you have to like, it's almost that same thing where you have to like work hard not to share God's love. You kind of have to work hard to find an explanation outside of like God in science because he works together with all of it. Yeah.
That's so cool. And the more you really take in the evidence, the more you're like, okay, it points to a creator.
Yeah.
It's pretty special. I was hanging out with a friend of mine who's a doctor, and we were outside playing some tennis this week, and the geese are migrating south.
Yes.
So that
right now.
That V formation here, and they're honking as they go by, and we just both stopped and watched them. Kind of go by in the sky, and he looks at me and he goes, every October. He goes, like, tell me there's not a God. And I'm like, in that V formation, like, it's pretty cool.
It is. He's there.
Lot of cool, wonderful things. All right, let's do a little Trivial Pursuit.
Yes.
Okay. So 6 questions on a Trivial Pursuit card. If you get all 6 right, we want you to make a guess. I'm going to make a guess at all 6. If you get all 6 right, we will send you a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box.
Yes.
Okay, so we got Pop Rocks in there. I've yet to taste the Pop Rocks.
Haven't experienced them yet.
Hoping today's the day. So we have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary edition, hot off the presses, brand new cards. It's dealer's choice, old or new?
New.
Okay, we're going new.
New today.
Okay.
All right.
Play along,
ready.
Make a guess, get all 6 right. Pop Rocks, Fun Dip box.
You could get one today.
Okay.
Blue.
Geography.
Which are the only 2 states to be granted admission into the United States on the same day?
2 states.
Only 2 states granted admission into the United States on the same exact day.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make a guess. I'm going to guess the last 2, which would be Alaska and Hawaii.
That's your final answer.
Well, that's the one I said, so I'm assuming it's wrong.
Okay, it is wrong.
Oklahoma and New Mexico.
North Dakota and South Dakota. They just got in all the Dakotas in one day.
The Dakotas.
Yep. We'll take them both.
Geography gets me like every day.
Yeah, the Dakotas.
The Dakotas.
Admitted on the same day.
Wow.
They don't say what day it was, though.
I'll probably remember that.
Maybe bonus points if you knew the day.
Okay.
Okay. Pink.
Pink, entertainment.
Which punk rock band was the first of that genre to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Okay.
Punk rock band, first of that genre to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
My guess is the Sex Pistols. Nope.
Nope.
I'm wrong again. Okay,
the
what is
Ramones.
it? The Ramones. That makes sense.
And then they have a Hey Ho, Let's Go.
Hey ho, let's go.
I was waiting for more.
That's it. That's the whole song.
That's
it's a
the whole
punk rock song. What do you want?
Okay.
Now we run into each other and break something.
All right, the Ramones.
The Ramones. That makes more sense.
Yellow.
Yellow history.
What is the name of the massive document leak that led to the 2016 resignation of Iceland's prime minister?
What is the name of
that? That took a turn I wasn't expecting.
The massive
The name of the massive document leak. So the name of the leak of a bunch of massive documents that, or a massive amount of documents that led to the 2016 resignation of Iceland's prime minister. This was fairly recent.
It is. I watched a documentary on it, and I don't remember that. So I was gonna guess WikiLeaks, but that's a whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it is. I watched. I know this one because I watched about half the documentary, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. That stinks.
Huh.
So WikiLeaks is my. I know it's not correct.
Okay. Panama Papers.
The Panama Papers. That's the name of the documentary too.
A leak of documents by Iceland's prime minister was called the Panama Papers?
Yeah.
Or that led to his resignation?
Oh, yeah.
Not by him.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
They broke, yeah.
Okay. Did it have something to do with Panama?
Yeah, I think that's where the news story emerged, that they discovered all this stuff.
Okay.
Well, it was a lot of, like, money shenanigans.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Which, no shock.
No.
Okay, 0 for 3.
All right.
Panama Papers.
Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
What were the names of the 3 musketeers in Alexandre Dumas' book of the same name? I know this, but I don't know it.
Okay. So D'Artagnan is not an answer.
No, he's like
He's the young
new guy.
He's the new guy.
So it's the 3 musketeers.
All right, so let's go. I'm giving them time to put their guess in. I'm going to say, and as soon as I miss one, let me know. Artemis.
That is one. I remember him. Oh no, it's Aramis without the T.
Okay.
Yes.
Aramis.
Yep. That was the only one I remember.
Pathos.
Yes.
And
or Porthos with an R.
Porthos.
I think you're close enough to me.
Here's the thing.
I would count it.
And
Porthos.
And Gaius. I don't know the last one.
It's like a combination of both of those first name, Athos.
Athos.
So Aramis, Porthos, and Athos.
Yeah.
The 3 musketeers.
Okay.
Okay. Whew. Green.
Green, science and nature.
Which type of tree has knobby knees that grow above the ground?
Which type of tree has?
Which type of tree has knobby knees that grow above the ground?
Tree knees. That's the tree's
Tree
knees. They're canoodling with the pines.
Huh. Didn't know this.
The oak tree.
Cypress tree. Seen mostly in wetlands, the knees are a mystery.
Fine.
All right. Orange.
Orange, science, or sports and leisure.
Yes.
I don't know the categories anymore.
Okay, which Cincinnati Bengals alum won the Heisman Trophy twice? which Cincinnati Bengals alum, I always want to say alum, like alumni, won the Heisman Trophy 2 times.
Ohio State Buckeye running back, and his name, I know it.
That is correct,
Yeah.
which you've said so far.
Yeah. I know his name. I really don't, since I've gotten like none right, I really don't want to sit here until I remember.
Okay.
He won it twice in the 70s.
Yep.
And his name is...
You know him, clearly, because all of that is correct.
Yeah. He's the only one who's ever won it twice. What's his name?
Archie Griffin.
Archie Griffin.
Archie Griffin. Yep. Former Ohio State running back, nabbed his first Heisman in 1974 and again in 1975, so 2 years in a row.
Archie Griffin.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
That was not fun for me.
But it might have been for you. So
you got
them all right.
Let us know. Okay, time is winding down for your button guess, so do that. But right now, we have time for JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review.
Boom Boom Book Review.
Okay, I am very late to the game on this first book recommendation because I only just read it this week, and maybe all of you have already read this because it was written in the 90s, but I just read The Giver, and it was very interesting and thought-provoking, and I really enjoyed it, so I would recommend it. My library has it listed as a young adult book, so I think it would be classified around like middle school. Would probably be a good time to start reading this. So it's my recommendation for a kid's book. Very, like, makes you really think about, like, community together with people and how people relate in the world we're living in. Anyway, I thought it could prompt some cool conversation. I am recommending The Giver. I really enjoyed it. And then also, for non-fiction recommendation, I am recommending the book Long Walk to Freedom, which is the autobiography of Nelson Mandela. This is not a quick read, but that is okay. It is worth taking the time to go through it. Honestly, one of like the most remarkable lives in our lifetime, and you get to just like hear his whole life story from his perspective. Again, I say I love autobiographies. I love hearing about someone's life from their own words. So it is really worth the time. You gotta put some time into reading it, but it's worth it. It's such a cool book and life that he lived, and hearing just like how he became a lawyer and how he got involved in stuff. In case you don't know, which I don't know how you would not know who Nelson Mandela is, but he was the president of South Africa, but he did a lot to like fight against apartheid, and he just had an incredible life of like fighting for people. So I would recommend this one for sure. Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. And then my last one, Alice has been holding the place because I'm gonna read you some of it, is Poems by Emily Dickinson.
Oh.
Thank you, Alice. So I love her poetry. I really enjoy it. You can find all kinds of copies of her books. I've found a lot of them at thrift stores, or you can get them like at your local bookstores or wherever, but I enjoy them a lot, and these are great to read with kids. Her poetry is like great kid level if you want to, and that's a great language development for kids if you want to read poetry with them. One of my favorites of hers is called In a Library, and it's about an old book.
Okay.
Here you go. A precious moldering pleasure 'tis to meet an antique book. In just the dress his century wore, a privilege, I think. His venerable hand to take, and warming in our own, a passage back or two to make to times when he was young. His quaint opinions to inspect, his knowledge to unfold, on what concerns our mutual mind, the literature of old. There you go. Emily Dickinson poems I would recommend for some poetry reading. There you go. 3 book recommendations, JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review for today.
Loved it.
There we are.
Way to
Okay. Do we have a winner?
I believe we do. Eric, would you like me to announce the winner, or did you want to do it? Okay. All right, so I believe I've received the winner. Okay.
This is exciting.
All right, our mug winner. This mug right here, signed by the This Is the Day host, is Heather Calderera.
Yeah, Heather! Woo!
Okay, now her guess was 333 buttons in the jar.
Okay, that's close, right?
That is very close, because the actual number of buttons in this jar is 396.
Whoa.
You were only 63 buttons off.
That is a very good guess.
Good guess.
Yeah,
Heather,
I'm impressed by that.
You have won a
This
one-of-a-kind
is yours, Heather.
mug.
Wow.
Yeah. Might want to hand wash that.
Yeah.
Or
probably a good idea.
Or just scrub those names right off.
Sanitize.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
There you go. This is yours.
Way to go. All right, Count Your Buttons Day.
Yeah. Happy Count Your Buttons Day today.
Yeah. We'll catch you tomorrow. This is the day.